Hey, so I'm going to try my best not to get technical in these videos. I want this to be as straightforward and not scare anyone that is just like, I don't want to be a web developer. I'm a lawyer. I completely get it. There's some things that just DIY are always going to have some sort of a learning curve. Fortunately, I am aware of the steps to take to proceed along this process from having done it so many times. And again, if anything I don't explain that well, or you need more clarification, or you might want me to append any additional steps or documentation I had to do anything, always feel free to comment, send a message, email me at ryan@marketmymarket.com. I'd be more than happy to assist. But at this point, we're probably wondering, especially since we can't go here yet, but we can go here, and then editing anything on here is going to reflect on the website either way, because I wouldn't say it's masking, but it's just referencing this subdomain to project what's on your main domain anyway. So there's two links here that are going to be important right now. It's this phpMyAdmin, and that's the backend, and then this phpMyAdmin, which is a database. I'm not hoping we don't have to do too much database work, but there's one thing that is kind of a gap that I want to be able to address. So that being said, as we know, and we saw it with another website, if we do this phpMyAdmin, we're going to go to the backend, or log in for the backend. And now it's like, well, what the heck? I don't remember setting up a username or a password. Okay, excuse me. That's absolutely true. And what WP Engine is kind of doing in this instance is we're saying like, oh, you can kind of bypass that by just like kind of logging into our system and then just clicking here, and then it'll just bypass it. So now, right now, it actually tried to use that for here because it's not done updating. Let's see what happens if I add the www. I'm assuming it's probably not going to do anything yet. Okay, so right now it's still waiting for this to propagate with the DNS records. And if I go here, technically I can go to the backend, but the second that I attempt to log in, I don't have a login. And if I click on this link, it's trying to redirect it into a website that's not ready yet. So the alternative is going to the phpMyAdmin, because we don't have the username and password. We don't remember making it. So we're going to go to the database. You're probably watching this and probably freaking hate it. If I wasn't into these things, I'd be like, I'm just going to wait for this thing to like be done. Just click the phpMyAdmin. I would completely understand. If you're as eager to get started as I am, I'm going to find this workaround. So basically, the database did create an actual username and encrypted password for me already, and didn't decide to send it to me. Not everything is perfect. That's definitely the case for this as well. I'm not saying that this is made more for developers. It's just not as user-friendly as it could be. So what I'm doing is I'm basically going to create my own password right now so I can log in much sooner than later. So it did assign NYLegal as the username, and then it created this encrypted password, which I cannot use. So what I'm going to use is a password that you're going to see. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to explain what happened afterwards. Okay, so basically what I did was I went here and I typed in my new password. Let's just say it's password, and I'm not going to save it as that. And there's all these different kinds of forms of encryption. Mostly, the one specifically uses this form MD5. What I do is I'll enter my password here, do this, hit go, and then it'll re-encrypt it. That's why I'll see a jumble of characters afterwards. And then from there, I can now go here and then type in my password. And here I am. I'm in the backend. I did it the hard way, but like I said, I'm very eager to get rolling. One thing that you'll have to do is, where we're going to make this another video, because these are all the best practices, and I want to make sure I go through this and dedicate a video specifically to the best practices to starting up the backend of your WordPress.